Not to be broadcast is brought to you by vibe.ng. Kiss Daniel was in the news lately for his exit from G Worldwide Entertainment to float his own Flyboy Inc. label. And the drama has recently escalated into what has the tendency to be a very heated legal battle. G Worldwide has released a statement via its legal counsel, stating that a lawsuit has been filed against Kiss Daniel with restraining orders that ban him from performing any song from his New Era album or his forthcoming Evolution album, or even using his stage name as Kiss Daniel without G Worldwide's prior consent. This is mostly due to the fact that Kiss Daniel is said to have breached his 7-year contract, which was signed in 2013 and is expected to end in 2020. Kiss Daniel's legal team have also replied with their own version of the story, stating that no lawsuit was served to them, that Kiss Daniel already had the name Kiss before choosing to add Daniel to it when he joined G Worldwide, and that Kiss Daniel formally terminated his contract before his exit. Now, this is really messy, and we're going to try to look at it as objectively as possible from both sides. Many people are of the opinion that 7 years is too long a time to tie an artist down in a recording contract, and even though there's an angle of truth to it, going by how Kiss Daniel narrated his, G Worldwide journey in vibe.ng's magazine, it was a case of talented desperation meeting opportunity with big pockets. With how badly Kiss Daniel wanted to take his career to the next level, I would put my money on the fact that he probably didn't go through the contract more than twice, except he already had a plan to scheme from day one. Speaking of contracts, it would be really nice if both parties could actually put out to the public what was signed, because stories are really not adding up and we're the fans, we deserve to know. These are the most likely scenarios. Emperor Jeezy gave Kiss Daniel a funded platform to showcase his talent and make both of them some money. Kiss Daniel's career was launched on quite a stash of cash, and if these music contracts are still the same, Kiss Daniel's own most likely reads that his music and brand is expected to make all the money that will be spent on him before he gets rev share, or maybe a different arrangement, to be honest. But due to the 7 years, his stipends or sign-on fee may have been decent enough to shelter him, clothe him, or maybe they just went into the father-son, if you need money I give you type of relationship. Now, Kiss Daniel is super friggin' talented, but the truth nobody will tell you is that talent has never been enough to be a strong force, particularly in the music business corner of the Nigerian music industry. Kiss Daniel may or may have not made back all the money spent on him by Emperor Jeezy. And if he actually hasn't, Jeezy may have also played a part in shooting himself in the foot. Majority of industry people perceive him as an arrogant person. And that's a reputation that can greatly harm you in the entertainment sector. The biggest musicians in the world know that collaborations are a huge source of traction for profitable content. Emperor Jeezy's reasons for discouraging features may be as brilliant as the iOS, but guess what? It is not the best working model in the Nigerian music industry. Kiss Daniel, on the other hand, who has now, reached an impressive level of fame because of his incredible talent and the incredible financial backing from Emperor Jeezy, probably cannot understand why he's not pulling the weight of his name in monetary value. And let's be honest, Kiss Daniel has actually grown bigger than G Worldwide. Now, maybe the scales fell off his eyes, or, he had whisperers who may have promised him of, a paradise waiting for him outside the shadow of Emperor Jeezy, causing him to walk out in a manner which now seems to not have been amicable. Now, legal dust has been raised, and even though Kiss Daniel's side of the lawsuit, somehow happens to be airtight, aggrieved labels, especially the ones who have spent a shitload of money on artist development, almost always screw the artists over in situations like this. If Kiss really did sign a 7-year contract, ignorantly or otherwise, and cannot wriggle himself out legally or renegotiate, he'd better go back and do the time. I guess this just goes out to remind all upcoming artists to read every punctuation in any form of contract they need to sign with an entertainment lawyer that knows industry ropes. Because everybody wants to make profit, and sometimes the dynamics can be at the expense of an entire career. And if talent was the ultimate, trust me, Brymo, Vector and the likes won't have had unplanned pauses in their music journey. Anyway, thanks to Governor Rochas Okorocha and his commissioner sister, Kiss and Emperor Jeezy can go and enjoy some happiness and fulfillment in Imo State, pending when this tension eases. Bad joke, yes, but what do you guys really think of this wahala? Let me know in the comment box, and like and share and subscribe.
Ain't gonna kill, baby, just a bullet wound. Prayed about you last night, you get married.
For more sizzling gist and interesting trends, kindly follow us across all our social media platforms on vibe.ng.